Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I've been working on the My Gift Fall Journal Kit from My Porch Prints. And what it is just a little booklet that contains lots of wonderful gifts for fall for a friend. So she showed on her video how to put it together, but I'm going to go through it with you just to show you how I embellished it after I got it put it together. And again, it is called My Gift Fall Journal Kit from My Porch Prints. You can look it up on YouTube and follow her directions, and also purchase the kit on Etsy. Excuse me. On the cover here, I have embellished it with some of the little leaves and berries that were included in the kit. Some beautiful lace that my Aunt Sue just gave me this weekend when she was up here from Mississippi for my mother's 95th birthday. And also I decided to put Handmade with Love on the front. I have attached on the front with a pear clip some of this beautiful ribbon that just matches the colors. This is hand-dyed recycled silk that I order from a shop on Etsy. And I just tied it into kind of a tassel with some string. And also on the pear clip is a key. I did put an eyelet up here in the corner. These two little circles here are the closure for the booklet, and I have just used a piece of string to wrap around them to hold it closed. Underneath the little circles that are cardstock, I put some cheesecloth, and it looks really neat. It kind of gets in the way when you are fastening it closed, but you can pick up on the little edge of these circles and get it put back together just fine. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Each pair of pages features a gift item. So this first one is an autumn theme, autumn leaves gift. And I have embellished this side of the page with some of the leaves from the kit that I'm using, the word autumn, and some cheesecloth. This is the back side of that eyelet. I didn't think it looked bad, so I didn't cover it. Over here we have an envelope, and I've embellished it with the fall leaves and the words Happy Fall. And I used this autumn leaves as a closure. And on all the little tabs like this, I have used this stuff called, let's see. This stuff called Stickles. And this is just clear with some gold in it. And you just put a dot of it on there, and it takes forever for it to dry, but when it does, you have a little sparkly place. And I've used that throughout this small gift book. So this envelope opens, and inside I just put some paper that I had from left over in my stash, and folded it for writing. You could write a message in here if you wanted to, or maybe a little poem about the fall season. I've also embellished it with the leaves and berries from this kit. And this just fits down in here and then tucks under this autumn leaves to keep it closed. When I glued it on, I just glued the three sides so I would have a pocket. And this was included in the kit, and what I did was take this tag, which was double-sided, and there was a circle marked on the front, and so I transferred it also onto the back and cut those out. And then I mounted this cutout fall leaf from the kit in between some kind of clear plastic that was a piece of packaging material from something, some craft item I had bought. It makes it look like a real leaf, specimen leaf. And I used one of our little tabs here and tied that beautiful ribbon on it. This just tucks down in the package, and I'm leaving it up so that the ribbon shows on the edge of our booklet. The next 2 pages feature bookmarks as a gift. And on this page we have the beautiful print from the kit that has the pastel pumpkins and books for fall, and I have just embellished it with some book page and the tab that says bookmarks. Again, I've added the stickles on there. This page has a pocket that was included in the kit and the 3 bookmarks. And all I did was make a tab at the top with our book page ripped and inked, and then put lace on a couple of them and our ribbon on the other, so that your friend, if they love to read, can take one of these out and actually use them in a book that they're reading. Again, I leave these things kind of sticking out over the top. I think that makes the book look a lot neater. I used one of our tabs and I wrote the word read on it. Some of them have words already, some of them I wrote on. I will mention that when I cut this out, I did go ahead and ink all the edges. Even though she has them dark on the edges, I did go ahead and ink them just to get rid of the little bit of white edge on there, and I just like the way it sets everything off. Our next section is seeds. So if you've had a garden, you can go out and gather some seeds, which is what I'm going to do. I already have them gathered, I just don't have them in the seed packs yet. But on this page, it just features some garden items and the pumpkins. And I wrote on this tab, bloom where you are planted. And on the seed packets, one of them said pumpkin seeds on it, and I didn't have any pumpkin seeds, so I used a piece of cheesecloth and wrote the words Black-Eyed Susan seeds on here. And I will gather my seeds from the garden and put them down in this little envelope. This one will have zinnia seeds, and at the top I just embellished it with some of that pretty ribbon, a leaf from our kit, and the words just because. Excuse me. On this pocket, I embellished it with the wreath that was included in the kit, and behind the wreath I put some word page and the plaque that says seeds. It's turning really cold here, and I've been out in the wind, so I apologize for coughing. This section features a notebook for writing, and I did it a little different than she did because I really didn't pay attention to what she had done, but I just glued the pages back to back and then glued the back page into this little folder here. And it fastens shut with the word notebook. The tip of the envelope flap just goes right down in there. I've embellished this with the stickles, gold stickles down the center of the butterfly on its body and again on our tab. These butterflies are 3-dimensional. There's 3 different sizes, and I glued the first one down and then just the centers of the other 2 so that they are 3-dimensional. Cheesecloth and the word journal. And then instead of including these things inside this folder, I decided to make it into a pocket. And there's a little postcard and some book page with the design on it, and this with the decorative top. Those are all included in the kit. And I just tucked them down in the top here for some writing space. The next section is tea. And on this side, I have used a couple of leaves from the kit and the word relax that I wrote. And on this side, we have the teacup pocket. And when I glued it down, I kind of pushed it in just a little so that it would be open. You could get something thicker down in there than just a piece of paper. And I did that so I could include a tea bag. Trimmed it with that pretty lace that I got from my Aunt Sue this weekend and the word tea. And inside the pocket is a tag that I have stapled a tea bag to, chamomile mint, which is a wonderful herbal tea to help you relax and sleep better at night. I have a cup of this ever so often in the evening. I probably will have more now that it's turned cold. I stapled it on there and then I trimmed it with lace to cover the staple. I left the tea bag in the package so it would stay fresh. And the other little tag, I just punched a hole in there and tied some ribbon on. The next section is for a sweet treat. And on this side, I just embellished with a book page and some little piece of ribbon, a couple of leaves, and the words pumpkin spice. And in this pocket over here, I have put a recipe for pecan pie bars. And this is a favorite that I make, that I used to have an antique and gift shop, and I would have a Christmas open house and also an anniversary open house, which was in February, and would always make these pecan pie bars, and everyone loved them. So that's our sweet treat that's included in this kit, the recipe for those. I embellished the pocket with a leaf, some lace that I'm not sure you can see it, but there's some lace underneath there, and then some coffee dyed cheesecloth and the word cozy. The next gift is recipes. I've just used the word recipes over here with some cotton lace trim underneath. And there's the pocket is printed with apple dumplings. I don't know if you can read the whole recipe for apple dumplings, but I've included 3 very simple recipes that I like to make. One is the easy brunch casserole, and this is from a cookbook called Muffins to Margaritas, and it's a recipe book from a bed and breakfast down in Florida in St. Augustine that my daughter and I stayed in. And I make this recipe for Christmas morning and for Easter after church, because I can make it the night before and put it in the refrigerator as it specifies, and then just pop it in the oven to serve the next day. And I serve it with fresh fruit salad and biscuits and strawberry jam. It's wonderful leftover also. The next recipe I love to make is chicken pot pie, and it's just the veg-all recipe that used to be on their can. I don't know if it still is, but I've written it out here. It's a really nice and easy recipe also. This one is a favorite at my church. It's chili cheese Fritos corn salad, and it's a little bit different kind of a salad, and actually it is lucky if it survives until everyone gets out of church and goes down for the meal, because the people that are putting out the meal and preparing everything for the rest of us want to eat it. It's so good. So those are my 3 recipes I've put in there. And this last section is it has an envelope for a gift card or whatever you might want to put in there. I probably will get a gift card for whoever I give this to. I've embellished this page with the stack of letters on it with some leaves and berries from our kit, some cheesecloth, and I wrote the word love on one of our tabs. Again, these are all decorated with the stickles, which add just a little bit of sparkle. This is some more of that pretty lace. And this envelope here is just fastened closed by sticking it underneath this little sign that says "For You." When I glued this on, I left room. I made a pocket out of it so that something else could be put in there, and I'll decide if I want to put something else in there at the time. Maybe just a note to my friend. And I didn't put anything on the back, but I will sign it, Made with Love, Carolyn, on the back. So again, this closes shut with these two little circles, and I just kind of pull this up, and it just wraps around once. That holds it closed. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and maybe you still have time to make one for a friend for this fall season. And I appreciate you watching, and I'll be back soon with the next project that I decide to make. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, every day's a gift. Always look for the joy in each day and share it with everyone you meet along the way. And I promise I'll be back soon. So have a good day, and I'll see you soon.